Hello and welcome to my ADC guide for Eternal Return. So I'm an old school ER player which plays game just casually now. However, in the past I picked Diamond 4 for duos in only 29 games. But so far I just been playing the game casually. So yeah, I haven't been ranking at all. I mainly been playing norms. Anyways, this guy is prompted by Reddit. Like there's some Reddit comment asking for ADC advice, so I decided to make this video. So we'll start off with the most important thing in this video is to stay alive. So for ADC, right, you're extremely squishy, you're low HP, so you want to stay alive. Because if you're alive, you can deal damage. If you're dead, you can't deal damage. So it makes sense, right? Okay, so next you'll go on to team comp. So for team comp, I will just use my two mains as an example, but I mean there are a lot of ADCs now in the game and I cannot possibly go through every single one of them because that doesn't make sense. So we'll go through my two mains, which is Rozzi and Katja. So Rozzi, she's a short range ADC. So she deals damage in a very short range. So the pros for her is that she deals insane amount of damage close range, but she basically has no poke. She can't poke because she's too close range. So in order to make her work, generally you want to play Rozzi in a engaged team comp where you have two bruisers who will engage for you and then you'll follow up with them. Because now this is a 3v3 game. I do not have a new like clip of her because I've been playing her in a while and I have not really played her much to be honest. But from this old clip, right, you can notice that how I play her is extreme. Oops. I play her extremely risky. It's a 2v. In this clip, it's a 2v2, but you know, it kind of makes sense, right? When you watch this clip. So what happens is that in my team, I have a short range control mage which is Heijin, and then I'm a Rozzi. So basically what you want to do is tank for your Heijin by playing aggressive. So Rozzi is really hard to play because ideally you want her to be played aggressive and you want her to be dealing damage in a close range environment while taking least amount of damage. So as you can see, they tried to engage on me, especially the Daniel. However, I dodged it with my E. And then back then, Rozzi E has a second charge which will condemn enemies to the wall. So I stun him into the wall and get this kill. But the point is that if you notice right here, I went absolutely point blank to the enemy because I knew that I was safe because I have my E and my W to make sure that I'm just barely out of the range of the Mindy characters so that they won't instantly kill me. So that's what you need to do as a Rozzi, which is to play close range to deal as much damage as possible in a short amount of time to try to get the priority target, which is in this case is to burst down the Jackie as fast as possible. So as you can see, I E over the Jackie to dodge the Daniel Q, completely wasting his time. And we managed to kill the priority target and I managed to get the stun off on the Daniel. So yeah, as you can see here, Rozzi is kind of hard to play. So that's you kind of need to be really good at ADC to know exactly how you want to position and like what range you should be playing at. So for this, right, I would not recommend Rozzi for a new player because if you were to play her in a team comp like front to back where you're fighting from the front and then while your tanks tank for you, right, and you kite backwards, it's really hard to play Rozzi because ideally she wants to get to the back line, which is killing the squishy, and you can't do that because your range is too short and if you're kiting backwards, well, you're never hitting ranged the really far range characters like Haze or Katja. So next we'll go on to the long range example for this semi like team com guide, which is Katja. So Katja plays a role of a long range attack ADC, which is similar to Rio, similar to something like Haze, which used to be my main, or Nadine. You know, they have very long range. So the reason why they are played long range is because, well, their attack range is really long. So yeah, and the reason why it's good is because you can poke a lot before a team fight starts. So the reason why you poke a lot is because while you whittle down their HP, uh, they'll get lower and lower, so eventually they are either forced to engage on you or completely disengage. So I think I have this clip here. We can do a short review of this clip. So as you can see here, I'm playing Katja. Oh yeah, by the way, I didn't mention it, but Katja, she's better with a team which can like engage for her, and then she plays in the back line. So you ideally want a character which can peel, and like a tank, and then a bruiser to engage. So like she can play further behind while other people are focused on hitting the bruisers or and tanks. Anyways, as you can see here, I start off the video by poking them with the sniper weapon skill and my ultimate. Because Katja's ultimate uh, casting time takes a long time, so you can't either you want to use it at the very start or the very end. You don't want to use it in the middle because you're dealing no damage. So anyways, as you can see here, I have two engagers on my team. So as you can see, they did a really good engage, right? So now I'm positioning really far away at my max distance, trying to deal damage from afar, very safe distance. As you can see, Yuki wants to dash onto me, however I press E to slow him and back off. So actually here, my mistake was to hit the shield because I could never break the shield. But anyways, it's good enough. My teammate is trying to kite for me, so I'm back off. Yuki uses out, I just sidesteps it. And then he's basically dead. My team wasted my teammate wasted their time for so much that we can start re-engaging the fight. So while my melee character is fighting their melee, right, the priority target is always more important than the tank. So as you can see, 11 is a tank, so my melee character is really fighting the tank, so I do not want to hit the tank. Ideally, I want to hit the priority target, which is the damage dealer, which is Leore, I think. I'm probably messing up the name. But basically, I'm trying to hit Adobe Photoshop right there at the top left of the screen, right? So I'm positioning myself in a sense where I'm in between Leonre, oh my god, and 11. So basically, as you can see, she backed off so far back because she doesn't want to get engaged by me. However, I'm hitting her tank, and if she steps forward, I immediately start hitting her. So they have no choice but to take the fight. So as you can see, we managed to clear that up pretty easily, and then she's dead. So yeah, as you can see from this short clip, right, it's played pretty well, I would say, because I maximize the range poke DPS from Katja. Did not take too much damage when I'm poking. Dodge disengage, wasted him so much time, right? Also have very good teammates which played well in that situation. And yeah, especially this part, because I position myself in a way where I can hit her and she can't exactly fight back with me, so they're basically screwed. It's like game over from this point onwards because she can't step forward. She step forward, I'll kill her. But if she stands too far back, 11 is gonna die for nothing. So yeah, she tried taking the fight and it did not work out. So yeah, basically position yourself in a way where you're safe but also being able to deal optimal damage and ideally hitting the priority target, which for this situation would be her, Adobe Photoshop. Anyways, I got I think 3 other clips because I haven't have it saved. We'll just go through each of them to give you an example of like what to do. Right here. Okay, so this clip is more of like ADC, not really positioning, it's more of like 1v1 scenario, I guess. Okay, so I just finished crafting. I knew I'm pretty strong because I crafted my full item set, except for my helmet, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, I took the fight. He was pretty squishy, so I noticed when he's squishy, he did not finish the build, so I can just take the fight. Landed all my attacks, it's fine. This is the important part. So, as you can see, Heijin used her skill, right, her out. This out basically, you know, use a lot of damage, put curses. I already got feared, so I'm not afraid of the fear. I'm pretty low, but I feel that I can take the fight because Heijin needs to land her skill shots. If she can't land the skill shot, she's not dealing any damage. So this is pretty much an ego fight because I know my teammates are safe and I'm not in fear of death, and I will just respawn anyways. So I'm just taking this fight. Anyways, use my Q, get hit by the Q, mistake. However, it's fine. Heijin walks forward, which means that the out is out of the range. So I step inwards, I cannot get hit by the out, right? Heijin has not used her W yet. I'm expecting the W, so my E is up, right? I just preemptively E, and then she used her W at the same time because I literally walk in front of her. She can't use her Q because you'll most likely miss. Her E, she just used it, it's on cooldown. Her out, well, it's hitting nothing because I'm close range. Her only damage dealing source is W. So I use E, predicted the W, right? Get this crit, use the Q, land everything, and then I messed up and fumbled the bag with I messed up the out. But yeah, this is just a 1v1 scenario, I guess, clip. Basically, if you're play at your max range and the optimal range, basically. So this clip is really nothing. Me killing that Vanya is basically nothing. However, this is the important part, where I 1v1 the Heijin, right? I play in the range where I can still hit her, and then I step in so that she can't hit me, right? And then use the E to dodge the W. That's the important part, right? Use your skills to dodge their skills, and as long as you're fighting a mage, if they're not landing their skills, they're dealing no damage, so you can definitely win the 1v1. So yeah, that's how I win this 1v1. Anyways, so that's enough for this clip. We'll go through. Yeah, this one is a team fight clip, so it's pretty good for you guys if you guys want to learn about how to team fight as a ADC. This is a very good clip. So we can't really see anything here. We can see that someone just put down a ward. Oh yeah, let me start. Very start. I use my Q through the bush. The reason why is because if there's anyone sitting in the bush, my Q would just, hit them, and then I immediately know that there's someone inside. But I thought it was pretty safe, so I just walked up, saw a ward, and I immediately knew that there was someone nearby because it's a brand new ward, right? You can see the health. So I basically killed the ward and then put down my own ward so I can have vision. Use my ult to scout the area ahead, and I can see that there's two guys right there. So as you can see here, we just want to poke as usual. You're a long range character. What you want to do is poke. Use my ulti early to poke. Normal stuff. Kill the ward or whatever that is. So at this point, it's a little bit risky, but I wanted to take the fight because I was pretty strong, right? We have 7 kills and I have 3 gold items. So I knew that I was still safe because I have my E and my flash. So I walked up forward, saw both of them. Well, it's fine, right? He uses his out and he engage immediately. So I use my E to back off. So Cecilia did a really good grab backwards, right? And then he's forced to engage at that point because he can't run. If he runs, they immediately lose the fight. So he has to take the fight. So when he engages on me, I just stand outside of his range. I'm a ranged character against a melee. I'm just going to stand further away from him. So he's forced to walk up to me and he can't deal damage while I'm doing my auto attack and kiting back, right? As you can see, I'm barely out of range. He can barely hit me, which causes him to walk forward more, and he's walking into 3 of my teammates, right? At this point, they are screwed. They already have lost the fight, but the Felix is so far up, he's forced to engage and try to kill me, right? But well, I still have my flash, so it doesn't matter. I'm completely safe. And this clip kind of shows at the very start, you wanna get some vision out there, you know, take control of the bush, right? You first wanna take control of this bush, get your vision down, use the ult to scout. I mean, use your sniper skill to give you vision by shooting the bullet. As you can see, reveals vision. Next, during the team fight, depending on your character, because Katja is a pretty safe character to play, so at this point, I'm in no danger to die, as you can see from the eventual end of the clip, but do know that you can play slightly more risky, right? You're completely safe at this point, still safe, they can't get on me, I'm baiting them to run into my team and die, still safe because I have my flash, so yeah. By standing so far forward and baiting them into my team, I basically won them the team fight. So that's another way you can play long range ADCs, mainly poking and baiting. But well, if you want to play this risky, you kind of need to know your character. So and know that some characters can't do this. Like Katja has a E that slows and then a flash, right? If you play something like Rio, she can't really do this because her E, which is the escape move, doesn't slow the enemy. So you might just pop and instantly die if you try to do that. Okay, so we got our very last clip. This is pretty much almost the end of the video. This clip is more of like a regular team fight. I basically just hit whatever that's closest to me. Right? So as you can see, everyone disengaged. And then I noticed that their ADC is the closest, right? So I started going on the ADC. It's a very risky way to play, but it's fine. I know he's an ADC, so the W barely deals any damage. It's fine. As you can see, there's a Yuki that's coming towards me. He's probably going to E and stun me. Yep. Here's his flash. I have my flash up, but I didn't want to use it because not yet. So what I did here is I bait them into the bush, and they have no ward inside, so they are forced to face check, right? But when I bait them to face check the bush, Aya has to walk up while the Yuki has to engage and walk into the bush for the vision, right? But the thing is, while he's trying to walk into the bush, I flash out and kill the Aya immediately. So the range DPS is down. And because I have 2 melee DPS and the Yuki is basically dead, even if he kills me, we would have won the team fight anyways. So this is a very risky way to play, but yeah, you kind of need to know your character and see the angle. Once you're good at ADC, you can kind of do this, where you just limit test 24/7. However, sometimes you limit test and you just like troll and die. But yeah, if you're good at ADCs, you know what you can and cannot do. And what I can do right now is to kill their range carry. And once that happens, my 2 very healthy melee characters is just gonna clean up the team fight. So yeah. Okay, that's pretty much it for my guide. Basically TLDR, hit priority target if possible, aka they are damage dealers. If you can't hit the closest enemy, always play safe, right? Play towards your character strength. So for Katja, pretty much just long range pokes and consistent DPS, that's her strength. And she's also pretty safe, so you can play a bit risky where you can bait the enemy in so that they'll go into worse positions and die. And for example, something like Rozzi, you're forced to go in, so you need to know where you can position yourself where you're just barely out of the range of the melee character so that they can't hit you while you're able to hit them. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. So good luck out there, I guess, and bye bye.